How are we doing today, guys? Thank you once again for joining me on Viper 9 Toy Videos. Today I have, I believe this one is a Target exclusive from Star Wars Vintage Collection, The Mandalorian, Migs Mayfeld. Mayfeld, not Mayfield. Autocorrect always keeps on trying to get me on that one. This one here is on the back VC229. You do see some of the older figures on the back of the card here, and then Migs, as Axe, and Casca, which are all the Target exclusives, where Bo-Katan was in this wave here. So he does have a little bit of older card back on that. He does have the thicker card stock. Real quick though, before we get him cut open, I am going to also show this guy here. This is another Migs Mayfeld. As you can tell, this one here is the variant, the first release variant compared to the corrected version. The variant has the armband. The armband was originally supposed to only come on Din Djarin in his disguise, where you're supposed to have the ranking officer. One of them's the ranking officer, one of them's not. But they accidentally, this is the one I got in the mail from Target. This one I found on Target shelves. So the corrected version is the one that's hitting retail, where the error version or the variant is the one that was shipped out to people. I hear the term variant thrown around quite a bit. There was a G.I. Joe collector a lot of years ago that explained to me what a true variant is. And if memory serves me right, a variant was a production level figure that went into production before they had a running change done to correct something or change something overall with meaning. So where this one here has the red arm strap to no red arm strap, this is a true variant. A lot of people will get something like missing the visor paint, or like the Boba Fett was famous for missing his Wookiee braids or something like that. That, I believe, is classified as an error and not a variant. There's a big difference between errors and variants. Errors were not meant to be that way in production, where this guy was legitimately made this way in production before they realized they had put the wrong paint deco on him. So therefore, while still being an error, he still qualifies as a variant because he was specifically made that way. It wasn't an accident in production. If any of that's making sense, I feel like I'm kind of rambling now. So let's go ahead and we're going to put the error figure over off to the side. We're going to go ahead and open the standard Migs Mayfeld. Because I'm excited to add a Migs Mayfeld figure to my collection. I hope we get the one from the heist. I do rather enjoy getting a Bill Burr head on this figure in general, but I want the heist crew. I can't be the only one that wants the heist crew. Everyone should want all the figures from that episode. I'm not gonna lie. That's just how I feel. Let's go ahead and pop his head, that head right off there. Get that figure out. Like I said in a previous video, this tape's been kicking my butt. So we'll just go ahead and cut that. We'll get that blaster out. So here is the Migs Mayfeld. I do love the fact that he comes with the holster for this pistol. Not a lot of figures come with a holster for this pistol. I believe it's just supposed to lock right in like that. There we go. So he does have the double ball joint neck. He has really good shoulder articulation. It is probably just a little tight, but it does raise up. Very little hindrance. It has the wallowed out there, so it fits in. He does have a waist swivel that's really hidden well with that armor right there. See, he does have a cut in his plastic skirt. That way he does have the hips. He does have the old style hips though. That really weird, like not really T-hip, but that swivel hip instead of the ball joint. That way you have to turn it in order to get him in a sitting position, and you just really have to kind of fight that hip joint to get that going. He does have, oh wow, that is his knee articulation right there. So hopefully the people throwing him in their troop transports or their turbo tanks or anything like that, because the other driver figures are so expensive, hopefully he will fit, because that is harsh. That is almost no knee articulation at all. Like, wow. And then he does have just the old school style swivel ankles instead of the rocker ankles. You can definitely tell where this body, some of these parts lied in the production here from recently, because in comparison to some of these other figures, this figure is like, wow. That's all I'm going to say, just wow. And then it is a helmet opposed to a head swap. But I think they can get away with it with this helmet because it is just a little bit larger and it doesn't need to be nearly as small as like the Mandalorian helmets and so on and so forth. So a head swap works really well, or a helmet works really well for this one, opposed to the head swap. I'm really looking forward to getting the Din Djarin figure. That way I can have a set of drivers. And I'm probably going to troop build this guy a little bit just to get some drivers for my tanks from the Mandalorians, the troop transports from the Mandalorians, because it doesn't really show who drives that. And stormtroopers are just way too much cannon fodder to not have one of these guys in there. But right now, guys, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to sign that off and say thank you for watching.